We are on lesson 1.7 in our Go Math book, that's page 37, and we're problem solving today with tens and ones. So our essential question is, how does finding a pattern help you find all the ways to show a number with tens and ones? We're going to unlock the problem. It means we need to understand what it's asking us and what we already know. So, what do I need to find out? What did they ask us? What are the different ways Gail can buy 32 pencils? So we need to find ways she can buy 32 pencils. So what information do I need to use? Well, in our problem, it told us she can buy single pencils or boxes of 10 pencils. So we're going to use this chart, and we're also going to draw quick pictures to solve this problem. So we start with the number 32, which is 3 tens, 3 boxes of 10, and then 2 single pencils. And our quick picture, which has 3 tens and 2 ones. Now we know that we can trade a 10 for 10 ones. We're not taking anything away. We're just going to push that 10 over to the ones place. So instead of those 3 tens, now we have 2 tens. And instead of just those 2 ones that we had here, we push those 10 ones over there. So now we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 10 we pushed over, and we already had 2. So now we're going to take one of those 10s and we're going to push it over to the ones place. That means we're only going to have 1 10 left. You need to draw 1 10. Now we have to draw the 10 that we push over. I find it's helpful if you do it in groups of 5. So 2 of those 5 makes a 10. So there's my 10 that I pushed over. And then I already had 12 up here, so I need to do another 10. And then 2 more for the 12. So I have 1 10, which is right there. And I don't have just 12 ones anymore. I pushed 10 more over there, and 12 plus 10 more is 22. So I only have 1 10 left here, and I'm going to push that over to the ones place, so I'm going to have 0 10s. But I am going to push that 10 over and make 10 here. And then I already had 22, so I need to do another 10. And another 10. And 2 ones. So now I have, there's a group of 10 there, and a group of 10 there, and a group of 10 there, and 2 ones, 32. Do you see what happened on our chart? We kept having 1 less of the groups of 10. We started with 3, we went to 2, then to 1, then to 0. But because we were trading and we were pushing them over to the ones place, our ones number got bigger. 2, 12, 22, and 32. Turn your paper over. We are on page 38. We're going to try this together. Sarah is putting away a pile of 36 crayons. She can pack them in boxes of 10 crayons or as single crayons. What are all the different ways Sarah can pack the crayons? So we're going to start with the 36, and in 36 there are 3 10s and there are 6 ones. You see the 36? So now we're going to push one of those 10s over to the ones place. So we're not going to have 3 10s anymore. 1 less would be 2. We started with 6, but we're going to give it a 10. So we're going to put that 10 right in the 10s place. So now we have 2 10s and 16. We still have 36. So we're going to do it again. We have 2 10s, but we're going to push one over. So if we push one of those over, that leaves us with 1. We have 16, but we're going to put another 10 with it. So instead of 1 10, there are going to be 2 10s and still have 6 1s. Those ones numbers all stay the same. So now we have 1 10 left, but we're going to push that over to the ones place. So instead of 1 10, we won't have any, we'll have 0. And we're going to push that over and give that another 10. So instead of 26, 26 and 10 more will be 36, which is what we started with. Mr. Winter is putting away 48 chairs. He can put away the chairs in stacks of 10 or as single chairs. What are all the different ways Mr. Winter can put away the chairs? So we'll start with the 48, and we can see that there are 4 10s and 8 1s. Here's our 48. So now we're going to push one of those 10s over. Instead of 4 10s, we're going to have 3. Instead of just 8 1s, we're going to give it a 10 with it. 8 plus 10 is 18. We're going to do this again. Instead of 3 10s, we're going to have 2. We got to push those 10 1s over there. So instead of 18, we're going to give it another 10. So now it will be 28. 2 10s and 28 1s. We'll do it again. Instead of 2 10s, we will have 1 10. I'm going to push that 10 over. And instead of just 2 10s and 8 1s, we'll have 3 10s and 8 1s. And one more time. Instead of 1, we're going to push that over, so we'll have 0 here. And we had 3 10s here, but we're putting another 10 with it, so we will make that 48. Again, if you look at our table, our 10s go down by 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, because each time we're moving 1 10 over. And our 1s go up by 10. We start with 8, then that has 1 10, then 2 10s, and 3 10s, and 4 10s. We'll go to our next page, which is page 39. And you're going to do the same thing on your own. Each time they tell you what number to start with. Number 3 tells you to start with number 25. Keep sliding a 10 over. Number 4 tells you to start with 43. And number 5 tells you to start with 29. Go to the back, which is page 40. Mr. Link needs 30 cups. He can buy them in packs of 10 cups or as single cups. What are all the different ways he can buy the cups? So if we start with 30, if you look at that number, there are 3 10s and 0 1s. If we move a 10 over, instead of 3 10s, we will have 2 10s. And instead of 0, we've added a 10 to it. There's our 1 10. So now instead of 2 10s, we're going to slide 1 over, so we'll have 1 10. If we put 10 more with that, 10 and 10 more is 20. So we've got 1 10. We want to slide that over, so instead of 1 10, we're going to have 0 10s. And we're going to put a 10 with that, so instead of 20, it's 20 plus 10, which would make 30, which is the number we started with. So number 7 says Zach has 6 marbles. Olivia gives him some more. We don't know how many. We have to figure that out. Now he has 10 marbles. How many marbles did Olivia give him? I always ask my students to do a number sentence so I know how you got your answer. So we know that Zach has 6 and he gets some more. We don't know what that is. But now he has 10. What do you add to 6 to get to 10? That's the number that should go on that line. And number 8 says Lee can pack her toy cars in boxes of 10 cars or as single cars. Which of these is a way she can pack her 24 toy cars? This word problem is just like this. It's exactly the same thing. They want to know which one of these will make 24. So would 24 be 4 boxes of 10 and 2 single cars? Would that be 24? Would it be 1 box of 10 and 24 single? Would it be 3 boxes of 10 cars and 14 single? Or would it be 2 boxes of 10 cars and 4 single cars? Which one of those would be a way to show 24? When you have completed that, you are done with your assignment.